Hey, big thinkers! Before we get started with today's topic, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone that has subscribed to this channel. And to intending subscribers, welcome to this channel. Today, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic. Stay tuned. Do you run your life? Do you think you control your life? If you think you do, it's fine. Please drop it in the comment section. And if you feel you don't, who does control your life? That is, who runs your life for you? Because if you think that you're consciously controlling your life completely on 100, you're really on a long way. A recent research that was done by Wendy Wood found that a very large percentage of our daily behaviors are performed out of habit. They are mostly driven by context and cues from our past, not really conscious choices or decisions. What I simply mean is the way we carry out our daily activities is mainly backed up by our unconsciousness. That is, it is more than our consciousness. Let's dive into this and understand how this actually plays out in our daily activities. Really, we actually see that play out in our lives as individuals, but most of our daily behaviors are automatic. You know, see, automatic. Am I driving a car? No. But if this is actually going smooth as driving an automatic car, let's drive. I think it will be safe for me at this point to say that most of the way you run, the larger part of the way you run your daily activities is being run by your unconsciousness. Let's talk about habits. From the way you wake up from bed to how you do your prayers or how you complain about school, like oh, I have to go to school or I have to go to work, to how you brush your teeth every morning. That is your brain, your subconscious actually automating repeated behavior for you. Every morning when you wake up and you need to brush your teeth, you don't have to teach yourself how to brush your teeth anymore. There is something actually in control of that aspect of your life that knows, that teaches you, or that repeats how you need to brush your teeth, even if you're not actually paying attention. Has it ever happened to you that you're doing something and all of a sudden you feel like, oh, where have I been? I've not been here. But you've been doing that activity while you are not consciously present. It is your subconscious that is actually helping you to navigate through to do that activity. Alright, why does your brain actually help you do that, or why does your subconscious do that for you? It does that because it helps you to save energy. Simply because you don't need to teach yourself every day to do those activities. Your brain has stored that in your subconscious and revisit it each time it is faced with such an activity to do again. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. It sounds good that your brain or your subconscious is helping you save energy, isn't it? Let's continue. Another way that shows that your subconscious actually influences the larger part of your daily activity would be on emotional reactions. I know most of us can actually relate with this. Think about that moment that you texted someone and you're expecting the person to text you back. Maybe even on WhatsApp or on Messenger, you've seen that the person has read the message and you're expecting the person to message you back, and it seemed like the person ghosted you and you begin to feel rejected. So the thing here is, do you think that it is the fact that the person did not respond is the issue? Nah. You're not feeling rejected because the person did not text you back. It is not the delay you are reacting to. It is the old wound your subconscious is remembering or recalling back and making you feel rejected, that this person is not going to respond back to you or is not responding back to you because of the situation that had happened to you in the past, and it makes it so real. That is another way how your subconscious helps to control your daily activities based on your emotional reaction. Let's talk about your core beliefs. Your belief system is a pattern you have seen growing up. It was formed during your upbringing stage, and it has helped form some of the beliefs that you hold as an individual. Your belief about yourself, the belief about love, believe about success. That is what does success mean to you? What does love mean to you? What does money mean to you? What does people mean to you? These belief systems are formed early and they are buried deep in yourself. And they can actually be brought up based on the circumstance or the stage of life that you're in. Let's talk about love a little bit. Your belief about love. Maybe you are not just unlucky about love choices, that way you choose that partner, right? It might not just be that you are unlucky, but because that's what you have experienced growing up or in the past relationships, and now your subconscious is held again and again. Why is that? Why can your subconscious be connecting you to the similar type of relationship again and again and making you feel like you're unlucky about love choices? It's because familiar feels safe. That is to tell you that your subconscious helps in your core beliefs because it comes out. It has gone deep into you, but still, it still comes out when it sees or feels familiar because that feels safe for it. Even when it is unhealthy, it will still connect with the familiar, even if it feels unsafe. You see how the subconscious can be controlling your life than your conscious. That is where we hear the slogan that says sometimes love is blind, right? Because the familiar or the familiarity of that situation makes it safe, but sometimes it could be unhealthy. If you are actually in your conscious state, you might actually not make that decision, but because your unconscious helps you to make that decision, you might be making the same repeated decision just because the past has been buried in you and it comes out when it feels familiar with that situation again. Relationship patterns, not partner patterns. Who you are attracted to and how you respond to conflict and how safe you feel with intimacy are all influenced by your subconscious blueprints. Let's take for instance, your partner works in a bank or is an actress or even works in any career field, and your partner gets home late, really late, and all you can think of is how your partner is cheating with other colleagues, just because the subconscious are saying that happened before, and now you're aligning that with your reality. It is not your consciousness that is driving that activity. It is your subconscious that is driving that activity for you. It's making you feel paranoid, not to think straight about the situation you are in. Let's talk about memory storage plus emotional triggers. Your subconscious actually stores emotional memories and can trigger responses before your conscious mind catches up with it. I know most of us can actually relate with this. So take for instance, someone asks you a question on the spot and you freeze or you go clueless. It's not because you're clueless, it's just because your subconscious pulled up an old fear of what has gone wrong in the past and made you react. It helped trigger that emotion and it made you react like that. That is your subconscious playing out and making you act like that. Let's talk about decision making. A huge chunk of the choices you make feels rational, it feels logic, but very oftentimes, it is steered by underlying fears or programmed desires. You may call it logic, but really, it is mostly your past that is choosing for you, not your conscious mind choosing for you. So we've talked all about how your subconscious can actually be running your life for you, largely, right? But the question might be, I know some of you could have been wondering, is it really bad for your subconscious to be running your life for you? What's the answer? What do you think? Drop your comments in the comment section and let's make this interactive. But really, the response is nah. Your subconscious can actually help run your daily activities. But wait a minute. It depends on what it is running on. Your subconscious is like your phone's operating system. It's built there to save energy. You know, we talked about it the other time, that it helps to save energy, which is actually a good thing. It automates routines. It keeps you safe. You know, the routine you do every day, you don't have to be learning it every day. It stores in your memory and you bring it out when you need it. When it seems familiar, it comes out and helps you utilize that memory or that habit that you have been used to. It saves energy, it automates routines and all of that. That is why you don't have to relearn how to brush your teeth every day, or you don't have to relearn how to cook again. You don't have to relearn how to walk in the particular room that you've been walking every day. You don't have to relearn how to do your general chores or your activities at work, because why? Your memory will bring that out and will know that situation for you, which is your subconscious. So we've heard all the good parts, but this is where it gets a bit tricky. Most people's subconscious is running on old fears. It is running on childhood patterns, that is, patterns from their upbringing. It is running on beliefs that they never chose. It is running on trauma responses that make things feel normal. So that is where it gets a bit tricky. If your subconscious is running on all those things, then there might be a need to unlearn and relearn for you to be able to make some decisions consciously to better who you are. So when all of those things are in control, your past trauma, everything past really, they pull you back from opportunities. They make you stay in situations that you could or you should have outgrown. They help you overthink simple things. They trap you down. They can be called self-sabotage intuition. The goal isn't for you to actually fight the subconscious. It is really for you to retrain it, for you to unlearn and relearn, for you to actually get better. So really, what I am actually trying to drive at here is, it is not bad to run on autopilot or your subconscious, as we've been calling it all the while. It is only bad when the autopilot is flying towards the life that you don't want. That is where the thing is. As a psychology aficionado and an associate practitioner, I can help you uncover the hidden beliefs and emotional patterns from your past that are quietly sabotaging your present. We're not talking about the surface work here, we're talking about the deep work. So you can stop repeating cycles and finally live with clarity and not confusion. So if you're interested in me helping you to uncover those subconscious habits that is sabotaging your lifestyle, you can reach out to me in the comment section and we can set up a day together and walk you through all these beliefs that could be sabotaging your life. All right, we have come to the end of today's discussion, and as much as I enjoyed the session, I hope you also did. So in this session, we talked about how your subconscious can be the one running your life, and how your subconscious, or the indications that shows that your subconscious is running your life. We also talked about if it is bad for your subconscious to be controlling your life, and how we can also work together as a team to help dig into your belief system that can be sabotaging your life. We talked about the denial backed with science almost at the beginning of today's discussion. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this session. Please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to this channel, and drop your comment in the comment section. That is the bulb that keeps me going, that makes us have a smooth ride on automatic. Catch you at the next